Shah-Zaman remained silent throughout the journey to the Isles of India and China, and until he reached the realm of his younger brother, he did not speak a word nor converse with his two companions. His only hope was that meeting his brother after 20 years of separation might ease the burden on his heart and lighten his sorrow. Finally, after 2 weeks of arduous travel, he arrived at the seat of his brother, Shah-Zaman, ruler of the Indian and Chinese Isles. Upon hearing of his brother's arrival, Shah-Zaman ordered the city to be adorned, streets illuminated, gates draped with carpets and flowers, and, surrounded by a host of nobles, commanders, and ministers, he went forth to welcome his elder brother, whose heart was heavy with grief and whose soul had long been tormented. Shah-Zaman, Sultan of Samarkand, embraced his brother and showered him with kisses, yet Shah-Zaman sensed that his elder sibling, after 20 long years, did not exhibit the joy of reunion he had expected. Though he knew Shah-Zaman well, the spark of happiness was absent from his eyes. Puzzled by his brother's sorrow, Shah-Zaman led him to a palace prepared for his rest and granted him 2 days to recover from the journey's weariness. On the 3rd morning, Shah-Zaman went to visit him again, only to find his brother still gloomy and withdrawn. Assuming that homesickness and separation from family weighed heavily on him, Shah-Zaman could not restrain himself and asked what had so troubled his spirit and sapped his strength. Shah-Zaman responded with a verse. If I begin to recount my sorrows I would share my grief with all hearts around me. He then added, Brother, to rid both our hearts of this melancholy, I ask you to arrange a hunting expedition lasting several days. Perhaps wandering the plains and deserts will restore my joy and bring a smile once again to my lips. By God, I do not wish you to see me thus, sorrowful and dejected, after 20 years apart. Shah-Zaman replied, I too had hoped to see you joyful and radiant, not sorrowful and heavy with grief. Will you not share your heart with me, your only brother, so that I may help you bear it? But Shah-Zaman insisted that first the hunting trip be arranged, and it was. At dawn, Shah-Zaman came to the palace to fetch his brother, but found him feverish and weak. Shah-Zaman said, You have arranged this magnificent hunt, do not change a thing. Go on ahead, I shall follow with a guide tomorrow when I feel stronger. Inform no one in the household, awaken no one who sleeps. When I require anything, I shall ask for it myself. Respecting his brother's wishes, Shah-Zaman set off with his companions. The next morning, Shah-Zaman, still feverish and pale, drew aside the curtain of his chamber to gaze upon the garden shared between Shah-Zaman's inner palace and his guest residence. But what he saw made him forget all personal grief.